Our next topic will be about abductor and adductor. Let us start first with adductor. Adduct came from the Latin word adductus, meaning drawn towards or addition product. Thus, adduct means to move towards the midline of a body or another body part. Any of the muscles that draw a part of the body toward its median line or toward the axis of an extremity, particularly three powerful muscles of the human thigh, which are adductor brevis, adductor magnus, and adductor longus, originating at the pubis and the ischium, which is the lower portion of the pelvis or the hip bone. These ribbon-like muscles are attached along the femur or the thigh bone. Their primary action is adduction of the thigh, as in squeezing the thighs together. They also aid in rotation and flexion of the thigh. In the human body, the adductor longus is a skeletal muscle located in the thigh, one of the adductor muscles of the hip, and its main function is to adduct the thigh, and it is innervated by the obturator nerve. Now let's talk about abductor. The word abductor comes from the Latin prefix ab, meaning away from, plus ducere, meaning to draw or lead. So technically, abductor means to draw away from. Abductor is any muscle used to pull a body part away from the midline of the body. It assists in the movement of a limb away from the midplane of the body or away from a neighboring part or rim, raising the arms side, spreading the fingers or toes. The main job of your hip adductors is to move the leg in toward the midline, and the hip abductors to move the leg out. But another important role of those muscles is to stabilize your pelvis when you walk. Think about it for a second. If you lifted your left leg up without changing its position, or without changing the position of your pelvis, you would topple over your left. To avoid falling, your right leg needs to shift more toward the midline, which is accomplished by your adductors contracting and your abductors stabilizing. What are the functions of adductors and abductors in dancing? These work to these two work together in an opposing way to each other to allow the legs to move sideways. While many gyms contains machines especially designed to strengthen these muscles, it is generally accepted that they are not very effective. The best way to strengthen this muscle is through actual dance movement, especially lunge type lines including the oversway, the throwaway oversway, and the Spanish drag. So, here are some exercises we can do to strengthen the adductor muscles. First is the bilateral hip adductor stretch. So, to perform this exercise, in a seated position, bend both legs and put the feet together. Allow the knees to lower to the ground to increase the stretch, and repeat it at least 2 times a day, and hold it for 30 seconds and have at least 2 sessions in one day and have at least one set. Next exercise for adductor is side lying hip adduction. Lying on your side, tighten the muscles in front of your thigh and lift the leg 8 to 10 inches off the ground. Keep your entire leg in line with your trunk. Repeat it 10 times a day and hold it for 3 seconds with and have at least 2 sessions per day and have 3 sets. Third exercise for adductor is unilateral hip adductor stretch. In the lying position, bend the involved leg, then allow the knee to fall out to the side to obtain a stretch in the inner thigh. Repeat it at least 2 times, have one set and hold it. Holding time is 30 seconds and have at least 2 sessions per day. Will be the exercises we can do to strengthen the abductor muscle. So first is the Curtsy Lunge with kick. So to be able to do this, you have to stand with your feet shoulder width apart, hold the dumbbell in each hand, and rest them on tops of your shoulder with your palms facing in towards each other and your elbows bent. That is the starting position. Next would be step your right foot diagonally behind you and lower your right knee until it almost touches the ground. Your front knee should bend to about 90 degrees. Push through your left heel to stand back up and straighten your left leg as you return to standing. As you return to standing, kick your right leg out to the right side. That's 1 rep. Complete 8 to 12 reps and then repeat on the other side. Next exercise would be side lying leg lift. So to do this, you have to lie on your left side with your legs extended straight. Support your head with your left hand. Lift your top leg 45 degrees, then lower slowly. This is 1 rep. Complete 12 to 15 reps and then repeat on the other side. Last exercise for abductor is step up to knee raise. To do this, you have to stand in front of a low, sturdy box or step. Hand at your waist and feet hip width apart. Step onto your backs with your right foot and drive your left knee up toward your chest, bringing your knee to hip height. With control, return your left foot to the floor, then step right your foot to the floor to return to the starting position. This is 1 rep. Continue to repeat on the same side for 8 to 12 reps, then switch side. So we've attached a link in our PowerPoint presentation wherein you can watch these mentioned exercises both for abductors and adductors. So you can just click the link and watch those exercises. So that's all for my part. Thank you.